Hey everyone, it's Andrew from MAO Magic, and I'm here with the Kenu Airframe Plus. I also have the original Airframe to do a kind of comparison between the two, but they are extremely similar, and we will see why in a minute. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the Airframe, it's a very popular car mount used for iPhones and many other phones as well. It's kind of billed as the world's most portable and smallest iPhone or car mount. It's weighs in under an ounce, which I guess is where they're kind of getting that statistic from. So basically, the way it works is there's just this clip in the back that's going to rotate and fit onto any car vent. I believe it's supposed to work with any vent, but basically any vent that has like a louver. So like those kind of like blinds, whether they're circular or vertical, anything that it can clip into. And there is like a wide set and a smaller set width-wise on these. And then the front just opens up and closes just like that to fit any phone. So the Airframe is going to fit any phone up to 5 inches. And the Airframe Plus is a little bit deeper, and it can hold any phone up to 6 inches. So this is basically them kind of getting ready for a maybe possibly iPhone 6 that's going to be coming out here in the near future. But it does work with any Android phone. There's not anything specific to an iPhone in this mount. So as you can see with the iPhone or the Airframe Plus, it's a little bit offset. That back part there, it's not centered like it is on the original. And it's mostly because with a larger phone, it's going to not be quite as centered when it's all the way stretched out. The Airframe Plus is a little springier on the actual clip itself, and the original Airframe is a little bit tighter. So I kind of like they both hold very well, but I like the Airframe Plus a little bit better because it's not like too tight, which I kind of felt the first one was. Now, as you can see here a little bit, the Airframe Plus is deeper, so you can use it. You can use both with most cases, but the Plus allows a little bit more room for something like a Mophie juice pack. So you do have like that depth available if you have a case or something. It's going to need a little bit more room. So let's look at how we're actually going to install this little guy. Okay, we've done it. It's not really that difficult. It literally just clips on. You just kind of push it in there. The back is very molded, so it's not going to actually hurt your frame unless you kind of like pull on it or something, which could possibly hurt your vent. So in my case, I'm going to put the tighter side because there's the horizontal slats going first. That's where the smaller side of the clasp is going to go. The tighter side on the front, whatever is back. I do have like a second row of louvers behind this front row. So that's why you kind of make sure you position it correctly. So the tighter ones on like the most obvious connection parts. And this does work horizontal too. So if you like your navigation horizontal, that back part does rotate, so you can connect your phone and watch your navigation, or maybe a passenger wants to watch a movie or something. That is an option with this. Now, obviously, mine are not going to be the same as everyone else's, but on my Jeep here, these are going to tilt down a little bit, so I need to make sure that I have my phone in a correct spot so that it kind of hits and doesn't tilt down too much, because then it's a little bit more dangerous to actually try to glance at my phone for directions or something while I'm trying to drive if my phone's like tilted to my feet. But that said, I've gotten used to it, and I can now put it in the appropriate position. And the one thing I also have to watch too is the volume buttons on the left-hand side of my phone. That's a little bit of a pain because those can also be hit if I position my phone too low in the Airframe itself. Now, I have messed around with lots of different positions, so you just kind of want to look around and see which one works best for you in your car. Now, one thing that I kind of saw in here, which was a little bit interesting, was they also say you can use this as a stand. So you can actually take it out and put a credit card in the back. And it's kind of like an impromptu stand, assuming you're going to take this out of your car and carry it with you. I guess it's a nice thought, but it seems like more of an afterthought and kind of like a cool byproduct than something that's really an advertisable feature. One last note is make sure if you're doing this in the winter time, you don't have too much heat coming out of your vents and hitting your phone. You really don't want to like burn up your phone or something with that like excessive heat in the back while you're doing something computationally heavy such as navigation. That said, I really like the Airframe. It's $24.99 for the Airframe and $24.99 for the Airframe Plus. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.